Hey guys, so the first thing we're going to do when we want to create listings and send them into Amazon is we're going to come up here into your Seller Central account and we're going to go click over here on inventory and come over to add product. After that, you're going to find your ISBN. You can also type in your barcode, or if you have a used item that doesn't have either of those, you just type in whatever it is. I have an Uno Deluxe right here, so I'm just going to go and type that in. Now I find the picture that represents my item the best. I also can click right here and see product details, which will give me a more detailed version of what it would be. Now I see that this represents my item perfectly. My item is currently brand new, but you can see new and your collectible prices. For toys and games, you can only have collectible. So I would price this somewhere in this range if I were selling it used. Now since I'm selling it new, I will price it in the $18.95 range. Now I've determined that, we come over here to sell yours. I want to put my condition as new, but if you had any other condition, you'd pick what most likely describes it and click on that. You can have anything in this SKU code here, but Amazon will automatically fill it in for you if you don't want to put anything. Now my condition is new, so I'm not going to put anything here, but if it is used for you, just put in what best describes it. Any defects or anything that might be wrong with it, if it's missing anything. I'm going to fill in my price right here. I wouldn't bother with anything else on this page besides right down here, fulfillment channel. We want Amazon to ship and provide customer service. We do not want to add it to our own inventory. We want to add it to our FBA inventory. After that, we're going to hit save and finish. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to type in individual products. That's where we want to click because we're not going to be sending in multiple products at one time. So we're going to hit continue to shipping plan. I like to click 1 because that's how many I have, but if you have multiple units of one item that's the exact same condition, you can click 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, how many you have. Then after you do that, we can come back over here to the add product page, and the next thing I have is a Yahtzee Junior. So I'm going to go and click on this. Make sure it's the exact item, which it is. Again, I have it new. So I'm going to sell it for $21.95 because that's the going price. Not going to bother with the SKU. Condition, new. Want to make sure it's Amazon, not your merchant. It should default go by this. Now the next thing is I want to add it to my existing shipping plan. Instead of create new shipping plan, we want to add it to the same plan. So it should just pop up whatever date it is, and you add it to that plan. Now we see that we have both of them under one plan. And we just continue doing this with however many items you are sending in. After you've added all your items, we're going to come over here to continue, and I'll hit prepare products, which you can add whatever you want. Say if I wanted it bubble wrapped, I could come over here and say it's fragile or glass, and Amazon will bubble wrap for me. But I don't need any bubble wrap or saran wrap on this for Amazon to do, so I'm just going to click nothing. Next would be label products. Now if you have a Avery label where it prints 30 labels on your printer, you can hit merchant and you can have the up to 30 labels over here. If you have any other ones, you can click it over there. And then you'd hit print labels for this page, which as long as you have Adobe Acrobat Reader DC downloaded, it would be right over here. You'd click your printer with the Avery labels in it, and it should automatically size it up for you. You can also have Amazon label it, which should cost 20 cents per unit. That's usually what I like to do for anything that isn't bulky or I can send in without bubble wrap. I'd hit continue. I'd go over to review shipments. And we see that both of them are going to Joylea, Iowa, Illinois. And then after that, we'd hit approve shipment. And then we'd work on the shipment. If you have multiple boxes, you work on each shipment. Now the next thing we would do is if you have more than one SKU per box, you would click that option. If you can fit everything in one box, then we click that option. So say if I'm putting this one, Mattel Uno Deluxe, in one box and the Duel Masters Yahtzee Jr. in another box because I can't find that, I'm going to put more than one SKU per box. And then it would want us to upload a packing list to Amazon, but I always hit skip because uploading the packing list is just a pain. So you could hit 2 boxes for that if you're going to do 1 or 2. But I just like to have everything in one box because I can fit both of these. Now I would find a box and say cake 4 pounds, and my box would be 12 by 12 by 12. After I do that, I can hit confirm and calculate, and it'll come on and bring me up a shipping cost. Now you'd have to agree to terms and conditions, accept charges, and hit print box labels. After that, it'll bring you up the same Adobe Acrobat Reader display, and you'd have to load in plain paper if you're using a normal printer and print it off of there. After that, you'd hit complete shipment, and then your shipment would be done. And that's how you add more than one item to one shipment at a time.